want to do this tricky. I watched a movie last night. So, kamu buat macam ni. So, kamu buat macam ni. What is this? Your thumb, right?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi washabihi ajmain. Okay. So before we start, izinkan kami semua penulis dan saya moderator untuk berbahasa dalam two languages, bilingual, which is bahasa Melayu dan bahasa Inggeris. So everyone okay with that? Right. Hari ini 20 hari bulan Ogos 2020 bersama dengan 1 Muharram 1442 Hijrah. Di sini kita ni bersama dengan ahli-ahli panel yang hebat dan para hadirin dan hadirin sekalian. Kita bersama saya di dalam forum yang dianjurkan oleh Majlis Belia Brunei dengan ahli-ahli panel yang dari Methods of Choice, YPN Brunei sama ahli panel dari Syababul Iman. Okay, right. So before we start, we're gonna talk about what is the topic today. Refresh. So refresh itu, macam mentioned by the MC tadi itu, refresh itu bukan refreshment, tapi tapi ia adalah satu topik yang masa ni kita ni kadang-kadang kelupaan, right? Kelupaan apa refresh itu. So refresh ni kalau dalam aspek komputer, refresh itu kalau kita buka website, dia refresh tu website tu. Kalau sekiranya ada update dan sekiranya dia lagging lah, contohlah masa ni ada isu-isu yang orang kelaggingan pasal ada maintenance apa by the UNN. So di sini pun kita ni akan talk about what is refresh dalam perspektif ahli-ahli panel kita ni, macam apa refresh itu dan kenapa kita ni mesti selalu refresh sempena sambutan Ma'al Hijrah kita ni yang baru kita ni lalui last night. Okay, test. Okay. Right. So before we begin, let's start dengan introduction of each panelist kita ni yang ada pada hari ini lah. Right. So we have our first panelist on my left side here. Left side here is Adam Abdullah from Methods of Choice. So sedikit info, he is a UPD graduate in Professional Communication and Media, and also he is the co-founder and creative director of Methods of Choice. So recent highlight from Methods of Choice that orang ada membuat satu series called Jodoh Terindah. Kita dapat lihat ada RTB Aneka. Habis sudah RTB Aneka. So you can also find our YouTube channel orang juga, Methods of Choice, mana this series is a series about kisahnya Jodoh Terindah. Tapi it has a twist in it. Kita ni kalau kau tahu orang itu, kita ni lihat dulu lah. And also he's the part of the AJK for Majlis Belia Brunei, and also AJK for Belia Syahada, and also currently he's the CCA facilitator at University Islam Sultan Sharif Ali dalam bidang videography. Alright, so our next panel juga, we're gonna talk about Tuan Ajrul Mail. He is a graduate in hospitality and tourism management di University College Birmingham. He is also part of the core team and the PR and marketing of Young Professionals Network Brunei. He is also the project lead for Mentorship Weekend by Young Professionals Network Brunei. He is also founder and content creator for a podcast called Taboo and Stigma that usually discuss unspoken issues within the community. And also he used to be the information secretary for the Brunei Students Union in United Kingdom and IRI, where he revamped union image and website that is now more connected and accessible and user-friendly to everyone. And last but not least is Puan Siti Julaiha Puasa. She is the graduate Sarjana Muda Undang-Undang dan Sarjana Muda Syariah di Universiti Islam Sultan Sharif Ali. And then masa ni pekerjaannya ialah guru sains di sekolah Cahaya Bina Insan. And penglibatan belianya, she is currently Timbalan Ketua Beliawanis bagi kumpulan Syababul Iman Masjid Sultan Syarif Ali Kampung Sekorong, and also the advisor untuk Kelab Pemimpin Muda Universiti Islam Sultan Syarif Ali. So hebat-hebat background dorangannya. So today we're gonna talk about refresh dalam perspektif panelists hari ini. So let's start our forum for today. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I would like to ask Julaiha, this panelist Kitani, what is your definition of refresh in your own perspective? Let's start with Tuan Adam.
Berapa masanya? Free lah. So ya, kalau habis masa ngomong. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, just a brief definition about refresh.
Your own definition.
My own definition of refresh. Sebenarnya it's a really big definition kan. Kalau usually refresh ni, the first thing people think of, in my opinion, is obviously refresh niat kita ni. It's always refresh niat kita ni. But in this case, I want to just share refresh in terms of the 5 pillars of Islam. That is my opinion on refresh ni. So because Allah bagi kami all of these kind of commandments, in a way we are refreshing ourselves. For example, let's start with the shahada. Shahada refresh our testimony, faith to God. Second, you have salat. You pray 5 times a day, refreshes you every day. You pray, and then if you look at Jummah, you have Jummah, you refresh yourself every week. Atau untuk lelaki pula, yeah. And then you have after prayers, you have Ramadan, Zakat. Ramadan, Zakat. Ramadan, you refresh yourself every year, once a year, well, once a month, in a month, in a year. Tapi ada obligatory fasting that due throughout the months as well. Let's say since we're in Muharram now, you have the day of Ashura, which is on the 10th of Muharram, which is also an obligatory fasting day, in which it refreshes you as well in terms of your sins, expired sins. And that is just Muharram. Ada lagi macam Arafah, which was on Zulhijjah. So it refreshes. And it's not just through spiritual, but through mental and physical as well. So yeah, memang touch on different kinds of refreshing lah benarnya. And then finally, you have Zakat, which is of course yang paling common, yang every year juga kan Ramadan, refresh your harta, spiritually juga, of course. And then finally, you have Hajj, refresh you once in a lifetime. So itu saja from me. Ada peluang satu lagi, tapi bagilah kalau ada masa. Insyaallah. Thank you.
Let's from Ajrul.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For me refresh ini maksudnya mengubah sesuatu dengan tidak mengubah tujuan yang sebenar. Boleh saya ceritakan sedikit pada tahun 2011, ini my big involvement with an NGO. I joined Brunei Islam Cycling Federation atau BTCF dengan niat untuk menjadikan sukan berbasikal ini salah satu sukan yang popular di Brunei. Mungkin ada yang ingat pada tahun 2011-2012 Brunei telah menganjurkan tour di Brunei, yang mana ia punya standard adalah sama ataupun lebih kurang dengan tour di France. It's a similar thing. It's quite big. And I pioneered this marketing strategy so that orang masa tu tahu apa sukan di Brunei ini. Masa tu NGO lain ini pernah membuat website pun mungkin half-hearted. Now you have to refresh. Pasal apa? Refresh itu kita ni kan capture the market. I created Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, buat semua seorang diri. Tapi I don't want to be applaud for that effort itu. I just want that my niat at the end of the day is to make sure dia punya event ini happening di Brunei. Pasal apa? Kalau indah happening, sayang saja sponsors ini berbelanja banyak-banyak untuk meningkatkan Brunei ini ke taraf dunia. Itulah.
Kira.
Alright, thank you Ajrul. Terima kasih Tuan Pengerusi. So tadi Pengerusi Majlis bertanyakan kami punya opinion about what is refresh lah. So tapi kalau ada punya definition tu macam very deep and high level lah. I'm just gonna touch yang simple and what I am experiencing lah. Kalau for me, usually kalau macam ngalih kerja or ngalih buat activity apa semua macam tu, I would refresh my side atau melihat keindahan alam, you know. Once in a while ke taman bunga, lihat bunga, ke eco corridor, tapi macam ngalih je lihat orang baru tu lah. So macam refresh tu like kalau kau here, you minum lah air sajo, whatever your favorite lah. So macam to relate our situation masa ni as a youth and in whatever involvements that we are in right now, macam as saya sendiri Belia Masin macam tu lah. So macam when things happen dengan kejadian yang kita ni sangka or we are facing challenges, COVID happen, benda tu macam it can stop us or make us pause sekejap lah. So macam ni, I'm doing this tapi ada halangan dia. So that is the time when we all need to refresh lah. So for me, the most important thing when we refresh is our niat itu sendiri lah. Okay. So I want to do this tricky. I watched a movie last night. So Asya kamu buat macam ni. So kamu buat macam ni. What is this? Your thumb, right? Kalau ini satu, right? Okay. So I want you to cantumkan. Ia jadi apa?
Good one.
No, it becomes like this. So when you refresh, remember this. It's your heart, okay? So you need to tell your heart, why do you do this? And why do you want to stop? And why do you want to rest? Or why do you want to quit? So that is when you refresh. Dan ingat kita ni, Nabi Muhammad SAW pernah bersabda, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. An Umar bin Al-Khattab radhiyallahu anhu qala sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam yaqulu innamal a'malu binniyat wa innama likulli imri'in ma nawa. Hadis riwayat Bukhari. Nabi Muhammad bersabda, Kitani sesungguhnya setiap perbuatan kita itu tergantung kepada niat. And setiap daripada kita ni akan dapat balasan depending on what we do. Okay, so insyaAllah tadi refresh niat lah kita ni berforum pagi ni. Pagi ni, yang petang. So petang ni, okay, kita ni niatkan yang the moment we sit here, we want to gain more benefits and we want to improve something in us, and insyaAllah tadi refresh niat tadi untuk jadi yang terbaik lah insyaAllah for this Ma'al Hijrah tu. So I think that's our first to Hazman.
Alright, thank you. That was very insightful Julaiha. Dengan ada from Adam sendiri, kita ni refresh our commitments atau towards the religion apa sama juga dengan hari dan kita ni. And then Ajrul mentioned that we also refresh our intention juga. Kenapa kita ni buat barangan ni juga, kenapa kita ni lakukan untuk siapa, untuk negara kah, untuk family apa semua tu. Sama Puan Julaiha cakap dia refresh your mind, refresh your heart. Kenapa kita mesti refresh jual setiap hari. Tapi kan kadang-kadang we also stumble upon challenges juga kan. Kenapa kadang-kadang kita ni selalu terlupa bila kita ni melakukan sesuatu tu. And then why kita ni kadang-kadang lupa refresh, kadang-kadang emosi itu makan diri. Yang macam kadang-kadang marah, dia sedih, dia apa semua tu. So the question is just yang seterusnya is like, what are your struggles and challenges bila kita ni melakukan sesuatu pekerjaan atau mau melakukan sesuatu aktiviti itu, macam sampai kita ni terlupa yang kita ni ada niat yang lain, niat yang original, tiba-tiba niat itu menjadi lain. Kadang-kadang masa ni kan people are feeling burn out bila melakukan sesuatu pekerjaan. Kadang-kadang kita ni feel tired, kita kena appreciate itu. So what are the struggles yang macam bila macam Tuan Adam macam what are the challenges with creating content for your videos, and then what for Ajrul, what are your challenges masa you do your volunteerism, your mentoring sama Puan Julaiha? What are your challenges and your struggles bila melakukan leadership training ataupun mengajar students apa masa ni? So let's talk about that, and I hope the audience pun kalau ada soalan lepas di forum ni, please do ask. Kalau macam ada soalan cepu mas, kadang-kadang soalan hebat ke apa je. Right, let's start with Puan Julaiha lah. What are the start?
I thought I'll be the last person to answer that one.
No.
So okay, ini another trick here. So inshallah to answer that question. But before answering that question, I want to share a story of Prophet Musa alaihissalam during his youth time. So kisah ini tercatat di dalam Al-Quran and dialognya ada di dalam Quran. Surah Al-Qasas. Surah Al-Qasas. Ayat ingat ayat berapa? Tapi yang awal-awal lah. So kisah Nabi Musa ni, when we reflect on the storyline itu, it's very close to us when it comes to facing the challenges and also apa tu namanya, bertukar, adapt lah ya. Macam dulu student, now bekerja. Dulu youth yang pemalu, now you are working with in a large community macam tu. So the story goes like this. Dulu Nabi Musa ni diangkat menjadi anak angkat Fir'aun. Okay, so Nabi Musa tinggal di istana. He was a prince, but one time he was macam berjalan-jalan lah. Sekali ia ternampak ada orang berkelahi. Okay, so one of them tu kawannya. So help me Musa, help me istilah. So Nabi Musa tolonglah kawannya tu. Di defendnya kawannya dan dia tumbuk the enemy of his friend itulah untuk membela kawannya. Unfortunately, it was an accident. One punch killed the person itulah. So tumbukannya itu telah membunuh seseorang. So ini sengaja lah, totally ini sengaja. And Nabi Musa masa tu pun rasa I didn't mean to kill the person. I meant to defending myself. So it must be kerja syaitan itulah. So what happened after that was ia kena bubut oleh tentera Fir'aun untuk dibunuh. So Nabi Musa pun lari and berhenti di satu tempat namanya Madian. Okay, so di Madian he was like duduk bawah pokok resting lah. Okay, dia tiba-tiba dia nampak ada sekumpulan orang lah ramai memberi minum binatang ternakan orang. Mostly lelaki lah, kepadanya gagah, bawa binatang ternakan orang beratus-ratus, berpuluh-puluh ekor, balik pergi minum. Sekali at one side he saw two ladies. Okay, ada dua orang perempuan ini. Kesian lah usul orang macam they were struggling. Kami pun macam nampak that scene and Nabi Musa alaihissalam pun terklik lah, dorang the girls satu must be struggling to bagi minum ternakan orang lah arah sungai tu. So Nabi Musa pun turun. Katanya, is there any problem? Sekali the two ladies satu cakap, kami kan bagi minum atau kami punya binatang ternakan. So Nabi Musa terus ambil semua binatang itu and then dia bagi minum one by one. So kerja the two ladies satu settle, then diorang balik. So Nabi Musa go back to his atulah tempat persembunyian something like that lah. So after that incident, before that, I ask you guys lah, what do you think of you punya action satu macam Nabi Musa tu? Gentleman, apa lagi? Berani. If you were there, berani, amaze kamu. So macam Nabi Musa tu amazing man lah, ia tolong the two girls and then he did not expect anything. Dia macam expect, kamu tinggal mana? Kamu di rumah? Can I like stay over? He didn't say anything like cakap, kamu kalau aku tolong kamu mesti bayar aku ni. He didn't say anything. He was acting out of humanity and not just pasal dorang tu perempuan, tapi dia macam dia rasa it's important for him to help satu lah kan. And he nada lain lah yang niat kita for Allah SWT. And masa dia menolong tu, dia pun melirik arah the girl satu macam wow, dia wajah. He didn't do it. So he was like, itu rasa his responsibility lah. So and after that incident, the girl satu, dia beritahu bapanya, ini the conversation, ini pulang exactly dalam Quran lah, tapi lah, macam paraphrase. So dalam Quran menceritakan, one of the girls, ia beritahu bapanya, ada this man katanya, dia menolong kami tadi. And dia beritahu lelaki ni seorang yang jujur and kuat katanya. So and kata bapanya banyak, panggil dia ke rumah kita ni. Wow, macam tu lah. So the girl satu panggil lah Nabi Musa, katanya, bapaku kan jumpa kita je. Macam tu lah. So ikut akunya. So ikut lah. Tapi so what happened after that was Nabi Musa kena hire untuk jadi pekerja lelaki hati lah. So kalau kita lihat insiden ni lah, two things yang I wanted to highlight is that Nabi Musa, he was willing to work as a kuli bah. He used to be a prince, now mau jadi kuli. So macam we as a youth, macam we should reflect on that story whereby macam Allah tidak saja masukkan kisah Musa dalam Al-Quran itu. Allah wants us to think and apply it in our life. Yang kita ni tahu before ni pun sudah susah, and we need to adapt in now situation. Masa ni di Brunei unemployment rate tinggi, macam-macam lah, macam semua everything macam susah lah. So macam Nabi Musa managed to adapt lah, and that one value we all need to have lah, adaptability. Daripada susah ke senang. And then the second thing that I wanted to highlight is that Nabi Musa tu indah saja tolong orang at one time lah. Banyak masalah kejadian yang ia pernah tolong orang. And we as a youth, we all need to have that sense of urgency of giving to the community without expecting or allowance ke or jadi sukarelawan lah tu without expecting the allowance apa semua tu lah. So for solely to Allah SWT. Itulah kisah Nabi Musa. So going back to our struggles yang ada masa ni di Brunei Darussalam. Macam ada wire je. Okay, di negara Brunei Darussalam, me as myself, one of belia masjid di Brunei ni lah. So the challenges that we have, one of it ni macam I think everyone pun facing this, which is macam orang akan bercakap, kapan kamu buat camping di masjid itu? Macam ini mengganggu jemaah masjid gitu, things like that. And people will always talk and comment on things that you do, okay? Alright, so macam when this thing happen, inilah masanya kita ni punya, yang tadi hard tu diuji lah, macam yang multi kena ucap, kubuk baik gini kena ucap, so whenever people talk or critic about what you do and you believe it's a good thing, itulah crucialnya. Never ever follow what other people expect us to do lah if it's against our mission and vision. So our mission in whatever NGO that we are in, we understand kan why we do things, why we start an NGO, why we buat belia masjid apa semua macam tu lah. So itu one of the struggles lah. The second thing is that when we organize things, camping kaya, talks kaya, we will be facing tests like ujian. Kami buat talk kali-kali kami set up projector dia, microphone, live apa semua, kredit kami spend on that. Macam orang dah tahu kan paksa drive hujan-hujan apa semua. So benda tu ujian akan datang, especially when we get the result. We expect ramai orang akan attend, tapi in return live-nya seorang view saja. Oh my lord, So macam itu one of the scenario lah, tapi dia pernah selalu happen. Tapi when that happens, we need to remember yang Allah SWT tu doesn't count the results. He sees effort lah. So our effort to give something, to organize something for people to benefit from it, itu is more important lah, insyaAllah. So we get pahala out of it lah. So the last one, for these struggles. We all understand di Brunei Darussalam ni orang cakap Brunei ni negeri kaya, semua orang berharta macam tu. Tapi kelebihan yang Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala bagi arah youth ialah tenaga, right? We can run 10 km every week. Yang adalah my friend tu. I can't do that. The longest I can run is 3 km. So what I'm saying is that belia ni ia ada kekuatannya tenaga, okay? So kalau wang ringgit depends lah, kalau you depends lah. So and you tadi kekuatannya ialah berfikir selalu out of the box. Things that orang-orang before ni dia pernah buat, ada dia tiba-tiba. I saw this on YouTube. Why can't we do this in Brunei? Things like that. So we might be facing a challenge such as economic was satu lah. Macam we can't spend a lot. So kelebihan yang ada arah kita ni, we gotta use it for orang ramai lah. So macam what I can give an example was last Ramadan, Belia Masjid Syababul Iman and other Belia Masjid lain, I think it was 7 Belia Masjid. We collab together and organize this project namanya Belia Masjid Prihatin. So Belia Masjid Prihatin is where we collect donations from orang ramai. Kami dah mampu membagi makan beratus-ratus orang pada duit kami, macam tu, untuk family saja and orang yang terdekat lah tu lah. So we help that project where orang ramai ada peluang untuk berpahala, orang ramai ada peluang untuk bersedekah, and di sana we use our tenaga, we use our time, we use our minds untuk berfikir macam mana akan bagi this barang-barangan tu orang-orang yang memerlukan itu. And alhamdulillah dengan kuasa Allah, we managed to give to 70 plus 700. I forgot. It was a large number. 700, right? More than 700 families. Okay, kalau anaknya 5 kali 5 tak, so macam itulah macam I was like our effort itu macam sikit, rupanya we don't know yang orang ramai can contribute in terms of other things. Okay, so I think insyaAllah itu saja. So no such thing as struggle and then we stop itulah. Doing what scares you insyaAllah will make you stronger lah. I think that's all. Lepas tu Ajrul.
Okay, I'll start my bujang-bujang dengan satu quote. Quote ni baru je aku cari tadi. Baru aku cari tadi dari linknya je. Tapi I've been looking at this for quite a while sudah. Sudah siapa yang baru follow my LinkedIn nampak tu baru aku share tadi. The day that you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Itu namanya refresh ataupun challenges yang saya alami selama 9 tahun berkecimpung dalam bidang NGO ni. Rasanya macam lama pulang, tapi saya rasa macam baru kemarin. Challengesnya memang banyak. Masa mula-mula siapa juga percaya masa saya bercakap atau membagi suggestion pada one of the organisation when I first started. Kalau kita ni buat Facebook page bisa kan ni? Pasal dulu pakai Facebook group eksklusif, orang saja boleh access this group. And I wanted to reach more of the audience. Jadi why not buat Facebook group, buat website, buat IG, buat Twitter, supaya orang muda-muda ni mula berminat dengan berbiskal. So memanglah challenges mula-mula. Masa tu I was dalam lingkungan 18 tahun. Masa ni kira year 10 or year 11. Masa tu saya form 4 atau form 5, saya berlupa. Memanglah kali lihat nak muda ni berapa je. Ya kan suggest something big. Tapi kenapa? Pasal apa? Nama itu untuk mengconnect this youth ni to join our federation. Jadi saya buat saja. Alhamdulillah dengan support from both of my parents, diorang sanggup berbelanja. Membuat website ni bukannya murah. A few $100 untuk .com-nya lagi, untuk ia punya hosting lagi. Belum itu, saya juga membuat ada live commentary, live ada Facebook lagi. Atau semua menggunakan kredit dulu belum ada tu. PCSB Zoom, belum ada tu Zoom pakai kredit kakak. Belum ada MBB, bukan Majlis Belia Brunei, top up MBB tu, belum ada tu. Jadi alhamdulillah dengan support of my parents, I am able to do it consistently for the past 7 years. And alhamdulillah jual BDCF now is well known. Setiap tahun pun BDCF ni pun ikut serta dalam menganjurkan dia dah berbasikal di bandar Sipekawan. Kalau yang ikutlah setiap Sunday. Like I said earlier, challenges seperti biasa. Pasal muda, tak ada orang percaya. Siapa kan percaya anak muda ni? Miscommunication selalu. Pasal lama, diorang fikir kita ni muda, you cannot do anything. Jadi diorang macam, jangan tadi beritahu. Jadi, the quality of your work itu you have to match with the expectation. Walaupun ada orang beritahu kau, esok kami ada event, you as a person yang correct sudah nawa itunya, should ask, apa ada esok ada event pukul berapa? Siapa pemenangnya? Saya sendiri ask my dad, belikan DSLR so I can take photos, siapa yang pandang itu, so I can post it with them. Jadi lama-kelamaan like I said, organisation itu makin orang tahu, jadi dia share, gambar aku orang Facebook, dia orang share. Jadi terkenal lah this organisation. Back then when I was 18 years old, no expertise apa aja saya. Form 5, mana ada orang menyuruh baik kau tingkatkan your skill lah. Tak ada orang cakap macam tu lagi dahulu 9 tahun yang lalu. Orang cakap belajar benar-benar dapat 8O. 8O tu kalau boleh straight A star, dah ada tu. Lepas itu minimal skills apa je. Hanya job pakai apa namanya, PowerPoint, kadang-kadang pandai. Jadi you have to learn. Photoshop ada, YouTube ada, you have to learn from that. Pasal certain courses apa aja mampu saya. Certain courses kalau kan membuat pakai Photoshop mahal, beratus-ratus orang men-charge. Jadi YouTube is the best platform for you. Orang yang muda masa ni dengan internetnya laju, imagine what's next, okay? Bukan sponsor, tapi ini orang dapat menggunakan kaedah-kaedah yang terbaru ni. Okay, saya ada lagi quote don't think your attitude is good enough. Your attitude gini ya, lurus. Tukarlah, don't think they'll reply your email, send it anyways. Don't self-reject. Pengalaman mengajar habis kita di kehidupan. Tanpa pengalaman, kalau kita dah berani mencuba, kita tahu the answer will always be no. Percaya tak? Kalau kita dah mencuba, the answer will always be no. Kalau kan beritahu umur, saya dah malu pula. Saya umur 27 tahun. Sebenarnya saya ni pemalu sebelum ni. 27 tahun pemalu. Baru dah memecah rasa malu itu recently dengan joining mentorship weekend. Walaupun saya tadi kena beritahu oleh Tuan Hazman, saya menganjurkan mentorship weekend ini setiap hujung minggu 2 bulan sekali. Sponsor ada kira macam advertisement sekejap. Okay, saya pun sebenarnya sendiri join mentorship weekend itu. Selama saya sendiri, walaupun sebagai pengajar, saya akan belajar daripada mentors-mentors yang kami ada YBN. Mentors, bukan mentors. Okay. Saya akan belajar sendiri. Kalau saya sendiri mengajar, saya dah tahu ini juga credible tu. Jadi jangan putus asa. Keep on learning. Sekiranya akan belajar untuk artwork, you can come to Liana Hanif. Saya ni kan belajar ni. InsyaAllah they will open up to you. Mungkin diorang do a class with you or one-on-one session in the cafe. Don't be afraid to ask. The most amazing person here, Matin, Kafatin, Aspa, siapa nama Haziq. They are the best people for you to ask. Fadli as well. Fadli will be doing a mentorship moderating session coming soon. Siapa yang future-nya akan mau jadi moderator, akan mau jadi TV host, that is where you should start. Bukannya kan mau promote aku pandai pakai mic ni, pakai mic semua orang pandai. Tapi the skill, the art of questioning people is really valuable.
Ajrul pun hebat juga.
Saya pun baru dia ni, baru. Jadi
sabar penonton.
Maaf aku bersih.
Last my point here is that volunteer. Pasangan nawai itu dengan mengatakan kepada diri anda semua, sukarela tu pecahkan kepada dua, suka dan habis kita rela. Jangankan expect imbalan. Imbalan itu kalau kena bagi, alhamdulillah. Kalau kena bagi, syukur juga. Pengalaman itu seperti saya cakap tadi, mengajar anda di kehidupan. Ataupun sudah imbalan sebenarnya. Without the experience, you will not get the skills. Kalau kanya tu punduk-punduk di rumah, aku kan apply kerja ni. Punduk-punduk di rumah, siapa kan mau bagi kerja? Expose yourself. Buat the LinkedIn, buat Twitter. Twitter is the best platform. Walaupun banyak orang ada a bit of toxic, gossip apa. Tidak apa-apa, show it. Safwan Siddiq, one of the popular photographer di Brunei, ada yang punya sana pameran bergambar. He started from Twitter and branch out to Instagram untuk melihatkan dia punya skill itu kepada orang ramai. Now he is selling his photos for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That is amazing. Okay. Saya tadi kan cakap juga pasal vulgar words. Along the way, over 9 years of my experience ni, memang banyak orang bercakap vulgar words ni macam kau pi, malas tu bercakap. Jadi kalau kita faham kita, dia orang Brunei, kau ni pi, kau ni bi. Gitu. Pasal apa? Saya ni, I quote myself ya, pasal dulu pernah buat talk, I said, I'm not the brightest kid in the world, but in order to be on the same level as everyone, I need to work extra hard. Pasal apa? Orang yang A-star memanjang ni selalu kena bagi opportunity. Nah, kau bagus. Kami ambil kau jadi komite ni. Kau dah bagus, cantah kami dikenal. Walaupun dulu cematu saya rasa, masa ni pun saya masih rasa ada masih orang cematu yang macam kau dah bagus, kami dikenal kau. Jadi dia takkan diambil. Saya pun sendiri merasa masa ni. Jadi ada one more quote that I just want to share with you. Just so you know, you are there where you are right now is because someone extended the bridge for you to learn things that you know now. Instead of being guarded and building walls, extend that bridge further so we can grow together. Kalau kita ni membuat bridge, tapi ada ujung pangkalnya, bridge maksudnya tampik nyata. Kalau ada orang menemukan, macam mana dia marah. Jadi kalau ada orang extend the bridge kiranya MOC, Matters of Choice kan membuat rancangan, dia akan mengambil aku jadi pelakon sekiranya. Jadi yang extend the bridge kan tu pasal apa? He sees my potential or he wants to enhance my potential. That's why the bridge is now connected. So itulah. Okay, itu sekian saja dari saya.
Alhamdulillah, thank you to Julaiha and Ajrul for your sharing session. Aku ambil masa belum banyak. But benarnya very relatable juga, and nasib juga lain points kami ni. Because my sharing session will be more into macam personal lah sikit, insyaAllah. So one of my struggles that I want to highlight here, I don't know, maybe you guys can relate, but it's about overthinking. Who here ever doubt themselves? Doubt yourself. Overthinking, benar lah. We all have that moment where we doubt ourselves, and still struggle to me till this very day. Even while I'm sitting right here, mestilah ada overthinking sedikit. Bolehkah ni? Bolehkah? Benar ni? And overthinking ni is like, I think it's one of the cause to, ini bukan mental health day pula, tapi it can be one of the cause to depression, benar. Because we overthink things and we feel like we're not there yet. We're not there compared to others. We feel like we are really far off, especially when we have one small setback. Maybe it's as simple as failing a test, failing an exam, or even worse, you tahan your grade back, so jangan terasa. Tapi that's just a contoh. We all have that moment where we actually fall behind and we feel like we're behind than the rest, and we just feel like giving up sometime. And that's of course one of the cause of depression lah. So I always ask myself like whenever I have an opportunity, obviously kalau opportunity ni, it doesn't come every day lah. So when it comes to you, sometimes you hesitate when you want to take the opportunity. Like, is this really for me? Isn't there other people better than this for me? Right? You'll feel like that. There'll be that moments, and then you'll be wondering lah, like, lagi bisa orang lain bilang benarnya. Kalau aku, can I really deliver? Yeah. But percayalah, like you said, percayalah. If the opportunity comes to you, just take it. As a quote says, and I do this often because of the people I mingle with. Most of my friends are kirakan extroverts lah. Aku benarnya introvert. So most of my friends aku mingle ni extroverts, and dorang punya personality, just do it. And they like Nike, just do it. Just do it. Okay. But then I don't agree with that completely juga back then. Now I still don't agree completely juga. There are pros and cons. There are pros and cons. Like, kalau just do it, bagus. You take the opportunity. Tapi you don't think of the consequences. Tapi adalah pros and cons juga. Because sometimes just going through it, just going for the opportunity, it will be worth it in the long run. Than just sitting back and thinking about it sampai the chance pass away. Because that happens a lot. We just think, sekalinya, dia lari tiada opportunity. It was given to someone else. When it came to us first. When it came to you first. So why do you want to overthink and just let it go? When you could just take opportunity and go for it, and dari sana you don't know what other opportunities there are. It's like that. When you open one door, another door closes. Because when you open one door, there are more doors waiting for you. But you just have to take the first step. Then you can see the rest of it. But if you decide to just sit behind the door and go like, is this the right door? Then you'll just stay right there where you are. Yeah? So I struggled for that. I struggled with that kalau overthinking ni, especially when recently kan ada Hazman mention jodoh terindah. Benarnya behind the scenes ceritanya I didn't want to do it benarnya. Because I felt I was really huge, like 15 minutes only. Kami paling panjang 30 minutes ni. Ataupun we take one whole week shooting. Ataupun menalih, oh my god. Because in every really good production, mesti ada cerita di sebaliknya. Macam we don't know the struggles behind that. We don't know the long nights. Sama lah kalau macam NGO punya event atau any organisation, mesti ada ceritanya. Like behind every good event or any production, there has to be a backstory. And you don't know the struggles we all go through. And one of them is for me, overthinking. But because of the people that supported me, ada juga orang special thanks, ada orangnya that gave me that push to where I am today, which I managed to produce a series, Jodoh Terindah, 15 minutes, Alhamdulillah. So that is something I didn't see coming. Because it's something I would see like, maybe next year. Because we want to push things away, right? Like maybe next year, I'm not ready yet. But just do it. And then this is where I am now, Alhamdulillah. I didn't expect, but itu dah Jodoh Terindah seriesnya. By the way, kalau mau lihat ada Matters of Choice YouTube. Kalau mau sanam, just Instagramnya @matters.oc. Cerita tu cerita benar, based on inspired by a true story, and that was one of the reason I didn't want to do it juga, because that true story is not macam aku kenal orangnya. Ya, pasal a girl who was 23 years old who passed away in 2016 due to cancer. And I don't know the story, so we have to do research dulu kan. Like, no, this is not something I can easily do because I don't know the story, so I have to do the research dulu, I have to find out dulu. So we have to meet the family and all that. Macam bagi aku macam banyak macam overthink. This is an overthinking process. Tapi I got the push from the people that supported me because they really believe in this kind of story. They believe in the message. They believe in this content. They believe I can deliver. So I'll manage to pull it off. Alhamdulillah. Of course, mesti ada struggle-nya. There are challenges in there as well. But the root cause, the foundation is overthinking. Once you get past that, then other struggles will come your way. But at least you get past the first phase, which is overthinking. Of course, one of the most common questions is inilah common questionnya. Like aku, layak aku. Macam we are asked to for this position, like aku. You are given this project, like aku. Is this really for me? But yeah, like I said, I think one of the push you need is through your friends lah, through your support system. You need people that can help you, that can boost you, you can really network with. Because if it wasn't for these people, yang jadi just do it punya, I wouldn't have done it lah. I would be stuck in my bubble and wouldn't get anywhere. Because these kind of personalities, there are both pros and cons. Because kami jenisnya overthink, tapi we overthink because we want to analyze everything. Like, what if this fails? What is our plan B? Cuma tu, we analyze everything. Disadvantage-nya, sometimes we don't get anywhere. Kalau personality yang just do it, then they get things done, tapi they might suffer later or not. Depends lah on the outcome. Tapi yang penting, I still find it really amazing that actually they go with it lah. Because they go with it without plan B. Buat saja. Kalau anything happen, go with the flow. That's not the type I am. I don't go with the flow. I need to know, I need to project my future. I need to see the outcome. But itulah, there are pros and cons. So, but in this case, all the message we have been given today is just do it. Any opportunities that comes to your way, just take it. No matter how small, because you never know which one will bring you to something even bigger. Benarnya. Ada macam this cerita, may be a true story, might not be a true story. Tapi it's a cerita about this graduate who graduate degree ke master, PhD, apa saja. Tapi dia jadi taxi driver. And dia punya dream, as a taxi driver, you think it's something simple, boring. Tapi the thing is, he talks to people almost every day lah. Dia kat Silicon ni. Like after ke sana ada dia ambil orang ni, cerita dia orang ni, cerita dia. And then he met all kinds of different people lah. All kinds of ilmu lah dia dapatnya, all kinds of experience dia dapat. And at one point he met a publisher, and turns out sebenarnya his dream is to publish his own books, and he has written a lot of books. Dia met this publisher, dari sana orang tu network, and he was able to publish his own books and did that job for good. So you see, one small thing can lead to other bigger things. It's all about taking a first step. Of course, you have to make the effort juga. You don't macam ambil job untuk gaji saja. But you have to take the job with the intention of you can get somewhere higher. You can go somewhere further. You don't know who you'll meet, and you don't know and you don't know what will come upon that opportunity. So just do it. Of course, do it with sincerity juga, ikhlas. Don't expect anything to return. Don't expect anything in return. Okay, that's just one side of it. But second side of it, yang aku struggle ini, is also linked to overthinking, and it is related to my genre lah, my field, social media. Social media, everyone has social media here kan? Social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Kalau dulu nada, so you don't need to look at people's lives. But now there is, and you look at people's lives. And that's the problem with society today. We look at other people's lives, and people can choose what kind of lies they live. Like, boleh saja you look at this person, and whoever feel like this before, they look at this person on Instagram, bisa jual cuti ya, bisa jual belaya, bisa jual makan angin atur, bisa jual bajunya, bisa macam-macam lah bisanya. Yang penting, kami rasa orang lebih bisa. So we feel inferior, we feel like ya dah, macam bisa jual dapat kerja ni, kerja itu, ada story dorang ke, ada post dorang ke, Twitter dong, but yeah. But it's because of that, all of that, but because of that, we can feel inferior, we can feel weaker, we can feel demotivated, we can overthink. It goes back to that macam makes you think twice of your life. Padahal, here's the reality of things. We, as a social media user, we have the choice. We can choose what we want to show. No one's gonna show you a picture today. Today is my most ugliest day. This is an ugly picture of me. Nah. They'll show you the best picture of them. This is the happiest day of my life. This is my birthday. This is my wedding. This is my achievement. So on, so on, so on. They'll show you all the good things in life. They won't show you the bad things. And because of that, of course, rasa macam bisa hidup dorang. Padahal you don't know dorang punya latar belakang, dorang punya backstory. You don't know the truth. So never compare. You don't know. And I myself, I don't post too much juga. When I post macam I don't show much lah basically. Because I had that mindset in mind, because I don't want people to feel that way as well. So it's something for us to refresh juga, how we use our social media. How or what do we post on social media ni? Supaya orang dah macam terasa apa-apa. But of course goes back to intention lah. Kalau you post benar macam ikhlas, macam I'm really happy here, I want to post. Sure. But if your intention is I'm really happy here, I want everyone to see it. Itu lain cerita. That's a different story. Because boleh saja, if you're really happy on the post, you can just post it to your private account. Like when that's like family saja, family kan. I hope there's another macam competition between families pula. Tapi kalau friends bangun comment, I'm gonna show off. Take a look, this is my life, this is where I am. Macam-macam. Walaupun itu sengaja, tapi behind you, because there's this ugly system yang aku yang suka, likes. Likes really macam change your perception lah. Dah berapa likes? Aku cuba another post. It really change your perception. It really messes with your head. And jangan terasa pula. Tapi kalau terasa, memanglah you have to refresh. Nampak aku post ni Because we don't post for likes. We post for entahlah. Everyone has a reason for posting lah on our social media account. For me, I started Instagram because I wanted to archive all my cerita lah, basically my photographs and all that. I wanted to archive it, and I actually have more pictures on Instagram, which I literally archive. Your people can't see, only I can see. Ada Facebook juga, I have kan. Ada Facebook ada only me. I use that a lot as well because I do post untuk sendiri. They don't judge. Because Yang penting, there are lots of things I post just for the sake of archiving saja, for the sake of saving the memories, but not for the sake of macam showing people, showing off. So that's something we can refresh. But of course, dari sana we have to refresh juga. Dari overthinking ni, like I was talking about overthinking. When we see other people's lives, do not compare your lives to others. It's like, I have two analogies for you, and I love analogies. It's like a popcorn. Kalau popcorn kami masukkan arah the machine, they don't pop all at once. Dia pop. Dia ingat right? Dia pop. Dia pop. It's not all at once lah. Sama je manusia ni lah. Sama je macam kita ni. We don't pop at the same time. Everyone has their own moments. Everyone has their time. Everyone blossom at different time. It's all about timing. And they all have the same environment. Diorang ada macam minyak yang sama, container yang sama, quality pun sama saja, tapi they all pop at different times. And then second analogy here, mana dia? Lupa pun dia. And then the second analogy is game analogy. I like this analogy. Game. Dia pasal game. Siapa yang pernah main RPG? Ada level up kan? Level up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any games lah, Apple games pun ada tu, sama je konsepnya. When we start on level 1, dia cepat level up kan? Level 1, 2, 3, cepat kan? Sekejap. Your level won't be the same as those who has been level 25. Level 1 cepat dia level up. 25 dia patah lagi level up. So we all have different kind of levels bah. Because level 1 sure you can rise really fast, but 25, 26 dia patah lagi. Ni 26. It takes more time. So everyone has different levels in life. Everyone has different timing in life. We can't level up at the same rate. Everyone has their own time in how we level up in life. But yeah, it goes back lah. Jangan compare with people around you, including of course definitely social media. Never compare. Jangan lihat likes tu, komen tu banyak orang. Masya Allah, Alhamdulillah, good. Happy for you, macam-macam. Jadi, yang besar tak. Don't compare, macam, baik kawannya and all of that. Don't compare. Look around you, look at your real blessings ni, yang bukan arah social media. Because social media is can be full of deception, full of lies. And that's why you have a lot of things going on. That's why you have to refresh how we pakai ni. Because let's say there are two kinds of users in life, in social media. You have the passive user, you have the active user. Passive, you ambil by face value. You lihat, you ambil. That's it. You don't question about it. Active, you question about it. You think about it. Macam if something macam apa yang trending masa ni, yang apa tu, the toy car around mall. That toy car around mall.
Apa tu? Tamiya.
Apa yang trending masa ni? Tapi that is something simple pula. That is something macam not something that is macam bukan aika apa. Tapi it can be something worse like macam new COVID infection. Then orang share. We are finding the truth. Kan? That's an example. We have to be careful about social media. We have to know the truth before we share. We have to be active. We have to look at these things before we share. We have to be active user. Kalau passive yang ambil, benar ni? Share. Semua panic dia, share. Yeah, and that's the reality here in social media today. There are more passive users than active users. Which one are you? Do you think about what you see, or do you just take it macam tu saja? Macam-macam lah. Jadi benar ni, happy joy ya, happy ni, macam-macam lah. So we have to take choice, and it becomes a habit lah. You have to make it a habit. You just can't take it for face value. But yeah, that's my best advice. Don't compare. You don't know the story behind all of this social media. Okay. And one last thing I want to share is network. The fact that in these struggles, right, everyone has a strength at the end of the day. We have our own struggles, but everyone has a different strength. Right? My strength. Macam it can be strength in tenaga, macam tadi tenaga. It can be a strength in knowledge. It can be a strength in wealth. It can be a strength of creativity. It can be a strength of speaking. Mine is not speaking, yours is speaking. But that's why you put all of these people together. You put them together. And then dari sana, you can really develop your kirakan your sabatu, your struggles. You can fight against the struggles when you meet other people. And dari sana lah macam taking opportunities. When you take opportunities, macam aku, I don't hate lah. Aku ingat pula aku suka meet new people selalu. Macam bila new people lagi. But if you take the opportunity, you meet new people, and you never know, you can network with them, and they can help you with whatever you are macam passionate about. And you bring these two people together lah. You bring introvert and extrovert together, you create new things together. You bring people macam, kalau kami buat video ni kami bawa apa? Kami bawa pelakon, kami bawa cerita, kami bawa producer yang pandai bikin mobile video and all that. We need these kind of people together to create something special. We can't just have one saja. We can't just have idea. Alright, kalau kami ada idea, siapa yang execute the idea? Ada dua jenis. Ada yang ada idea, ada yang boleh execute tapi tak ada idea. Macam tadi lah, overthinking. I jenisnya overthink, tapi aku jenisnya in the go for it. So it's the same thing. That's why I need these two people together. Like this person needs this support, this person, and this person that always go for it can benefit from overthinking, not overthinking but thinking lah. Because overthinking jenisnya they can give dorang punya projection lah. They can tell what can go wrong, and that can help those who are go-getters. So there are pros and cons. Yang pentingnya you need both best of both worlds. All of these people, you need them together to really create something new. Itulah namanya networking. Alhamdulillah, that's it.
I want to add a little bit. Okay. I want to add a little bit daripada hujah-hujah si Adam Abdullah. Pasal this is my ugliest photo today.
Okay.
Ada ni sebenarnya, ada orang post. Saya komen. Kali saya zoom, glowing je mukanya. Benar pulang ugliest photo, tapi ada filter. Jadi orang pun macam, macam filter ni, pakai banyak. Tapi what I'm saying is here is that you need to refresh your niat. Kenapa? Mungkin akan memberitahu this is my ugliest photo, then you should think lagi sekali. Sepatutnya you should share. Macam mana akan mendapat flawless skin? Macam tu, kenapa you share your ugliest photo? There must be a reason behind it. Selalunya orang buat thirst trap namanya. Okay? Pasal level apa tu tadi? I want to include don't see macam mana ia akan skip. Selalunya pasal tak kawan, join ni. Like I mentioned tadi, join ni. Harusnya to skip dari level 1 RPG terus ke level 10 without doing anything in between. Tapi jangan dilihat macam mana yang boleh melompat ke sana pasal kawannya si A. Jangan dilihat tu. Yang penting dari nawaitu kita ni, you need to refresh is that how you can reach that level. How? Macam mana ni kan reach that level? You don't have friends. Jadi you have to refresh your niat kembali. I want to share about 2 stories, quite short. I was part of a macam MPB, tapi yang di UK. Kami panggil the Brunei Students Union in UK here. Diorang ada advert, kami membukakan jawatan sekian-sekian. Saya macam, sayang ke saya ni kan apply. Tapi masa tu saya nawaitu saya cakap, you have to break out of your introvert shell. In order to do that, you have to start somewhere. As Adam cakap, lain macam okay lah, antara sejahat antara online, dan sudah the real day. Bertanya lagi ada diri. Lepas lecture ni, bertanya, perlukah aku ke London membayar dalam £60 just for the ticket return, atau baru ticket return tu belum lagi tempat tinggal, makan lagi semasa di London. Ni macam perlukah, layak ke aku kali without thinking ahead, because I know my nawaitu is right. I wanna break out of my introvert shell, I wanna make change. Then I just buy tiket yang akan berjalan 30 minit lagi. Walaupun train itu hampir rumah, tapi sebenarnya berjalan 15 minit. Belum lagi berpanjang tidak berapa minit. Jadi you need to set up those refresh goals. Okay? Dan tabuin stigma. I've been dreaming about being a host for 8 years, 6 years, cuma tu. Jadi I said, dari mana akan cuba platform ini? Kawan dia berani kan bertanya, Adam mau buat podcast sama aku. Dia berani bertanya. So masa tu saya pemalu. Jadi I made my own initiative so that I could break out of my introvert shell itu, refresh Bukannya kan more popular, no. Just because I wanna gain that skill. Pasal if you break out of your introvert shell, you would find a new road yang boleh membawa anda ke mana-mana yang you believe in. Pasal apa? If you're introvert, you would say no to everything. But when you start to believe in yourself through breaking from your introvert shell ini, you would say, I want to do this. I want to do this. That is what we call refresh. Itulah daripada saya, John.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, there's a lot of things that I also learned here sama juga. So to summarize the struggles that you guys have itu mesti ada yang different, ada yang sama juga. So I think it's best kalau kita talk about macam this is one quote je lah yang from everything that I hear is that dalam rezeki kita ada rezeki orang lain. So artinya macam apa yang kita ni buat itu kadang-kadang it affects other people juga. So rezeki itu mestinya makanan kan juga ilmu juga kadang-kadang networking, leveling up together and also making new things together apa. So everything still goes back to the niat yang kita ni kan buat atau kan. So everything before kita ni tu kalau boleh refresh kita ni apa kita ni kan buat apa ni. So every day as mentioned by Adam tu macam we gonna think it first, do not overthink juga. We gonna think it first. Is it worth thinking that is it gonna benefit me or is it gonna benefit the society apa semua tu. So alhamdulillah there's a lot of things that kita ni talk about here. So let's proceed to the next agenda where I would like to have the audience to question. Kita bring your panelists. Yes. Okay, ada surat cinta. Yeah. Thank you, Martin. Okay, alright. So we're gonna have a Q&A session for a bit lah. So any of the audience like to ask the fellow panelists ni untuk semua kah, untuk seorang kah, ada yang bertanya kah, kahwin ke sudah badam, apakah? So any questions from the audience? Sebenarnya dalam kelas dorang cuma ni. Ada question? Mesti dibagi mic lah. Ada no questions? Question in your mind ke apa? Itu ada? No questions. So yes. Tunggu. Ada mic tak? For the person semua. Okay. Cakap saja.
Question goes to Mr. I have one question here. We all strongly believe that the process of during our youth time are quite challenging. The process of growing and all that, especially during our millennial era now. And we all believe that our iman have up and down, especially nowadays. And can you share some ways and things to stay istiqomah?
Can you repeat the question again? So the question is cumana kita akan stay istiqomah, which is stay consistent. So untuk Tuan Adam.
The questions can be so scary.
So anyone?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for your question. So the question is about, in general, how to stay istiqomah.
Yeah.
You will direct it to me.
Anyone? Yeah.
Macam, if you direct to me, I assume there's something you want to hear. Macam, in terms of apa? Content creation ke apakah atau apa? Dalam apa?
In general.
In general, yeah.
In general. Okay. Wait again. Okay. We all know that to begin something can be easy. Tapi before that overthinking lah. Macam aku cerita overthinking. Apa overthinking? Then to start something. Once you start something, the next challenge you have is to keep it going. So keep it going. It can be something like an organization. It can be something like a habit. It can be something like saving money, also a habit. It can be also be anything like. I think all of these good things we want to keep going consistent, because we know that in the long run it will benefit us, because it's an investment. Being consistent in whatever we do will be an investment. Macam habit. Kalau kami have a habit of macam practicing the sunnah, like sitting down while we drink, and then in the long run it will be beneficial, not just in terms of pahala, tapi in terms of our health. because it's two birds one stone sebenarnya. If you actually look into it lah, because every sunnah out there has to be a reason. There is a reason. Some we know, some we don't know. Allah knows. So one of the ways to stay consistent is of course refresh. Yeah, refresh. Go back to your purpose. You need to know why you're doing this. I think that's a common answer lah. But of course, another answer I can give you is strategy. There must be a strategy when you want to do something. You want to be consistent, you go small first. You don't go big right away. You go small. Let's say saving money. 10 cent jadi tak. 10 cent every day. 10 cent, 10 cent, 10 cent, 10 cent. That be realistic. How long do you want to save 10 cent? In that for 10 years kan? So maybe for 1 month. 10 cent, 10 cent. Maybe 1 month is too long kali. 1 week lah. Up to you. You set the bar yourself. And then you raise the bar yourself. Yang penting you start small. You can't go big. Because people that go big right away, there's this term what you call burnout. They burn out fast. And then they lost motivation, they give up, they start over. Atau they just give up completely. So you have to start small. Whoever start big, memandang burnout. Semua pernah terasa. Semua pernah merasa. It's basically when we are so macam motivated, tapi we just find ourselves burning ourselves out. So all that motivation just disappeared and we gave up. So you must start somewhere small. Maybe it's eating right. So if you want to eat right, want to eat healthy, maybe start with drinking more water. Drink tabak segelas ke apa. Atau you want to sleep early, then maybe you sleep selalu at 1 AM. Okay, 12:30. Macam mana lah. You start something small, then maybe 12, and then baru time improve. Or it can be something as quitting a habit. Macam smoking. You don't quit smoking like that. You have to macam, okay, smoking, and you can't beat yourself up. You can't beat yourself up that it's taking a long time to quit something that's bad for you. You can't beat yourself up. You have to know, you have to have the right intention. People always have this wrong misconception lah. Kalau benda yang berani, kalau kami nak tinggalkan, of course berdosa. Tapi we have to have the intention of giving it up first. Kalau kami ada intentionnya, Allah lihat intention kami. Yang Julaiha said, Allah lihat our intention, our action, not the results. If we have the intention and action, then that is what matters the most here. So if you want to quit something like smoking, you make the plan. Okay, if you smoke maybe once. In this business smoking lah, for you guys you apply something else lah, apa saja benda buruk, any bad habits. So like smoking is a contoh, like maybe you smoke once a day. So you try to break it down. Okay, no, once a day, then try to make it once in 2 days. Cuma tu lah, that you have to be realistic. Eventually your goal is to stop it completely, but you start small. So eventually maybe once a day, once in 2 days, once in a week, then once in a month, or once in a month you're getting really close to the dua. Then dari sana, maybe once in a year, I don't think that should happen anymore. Once a year, mana ada tu? Okay, January, New Year, ini dapat. So, I think yang penting you start small. You start at a point where you can be consistent. And remember, intention matters, not the result. Intention matters. Bukan part lah, matters atau. Tapi, I would like to share a quick story. Dia ada masa aja tu ya. Sorry. Okay. Habis. Ada kan tambah atau ini next solution?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. To answer a question from siapa tu? Tarmizi. Okay. There are many ways untuk stay istiqomah. Tapi what I really hold on, insyaAllah lah sampai ni lah. Of course lah kita ni in whatever that we do, kita ni akan diuji dengan macam orang ucap dia or macam-macam lah. So one of my ustaz in Indonesia, dia selalu mention macam especially like doing talking to money in public. I always said and I once asked him, I said, what if we are asked to bercakap di depan, okay, to be a speaker, jadi panel dia, things like that kan, and we feel like kita ni dah layak, we feel like kita ni macam we don't have anything, tapi we know that it's a good thing. Macam to be here, one of the panelists, walaupun sebenarnya macam ramai lagi orang yang layak, tapi kita ni kena pilih sudah untuk jadi, you know, like what we are doing today. Ustaz cakap katanya, know that all those things yang macam cakap dia layak apa, dia mau buat apa semua, nervous, overthinking semua tu, sebenarnya it's daripada syaitan lah. So we need to know macam to keep us going is not just manusia yang menghalang kita ni sebenarnya. it's also coming from syaitan lah, bisikan-bisikan, because they don't like us to do good things. They don't like us to help people. They don't like us to spend our time to empower orang lain lah, macam tu. I don't know what NGO you are in, but I believe you're doing something good lah, insyaAllah. So and I like this one quote lah, katanya istiqomah itu susah kerana yang mudah itu istirahat. Okay. So macam know that macam silahkan insyaAllah ya.
Aku tadi baru cuba tanya lah pada si Adam, kau apa kan istiqomah? Because my background is not Arabic, my background is English. Kata si Adamnya consistency. Okay, consistency. Saya akan share just sedikit it takes me 26 years to realize this potential of mine. Okay, walaupun orang cakap masa itu emas, tapi make sure if you want to do it consistent, do it at your own pace and time. Jangan kan lihat, Syaitan, dia sudah jadi producer RTV. Kau kan berapa-berapa juga kan jadi producer RTV, buat YouTube channel this and that. Tapi at the end of the day, it's too big of a dream. Start small. Ini ada sedikit quote I wanted to share tadi kalau sekiranya ada closing, tapi ngamti je soalan ini. Don't think about what can happen in a month. Don't think about what can happen in a year. Just focus on the next 24 hours in front of you. And do what you can to get closer to where you want to be. Today is another day for you to start creating your own happiness or your own business or anything that you dream of. Okay?
Okay, does that answer your question? Alhamdulillah. Okay, so we are actually running out of time. So we have to, Alhamdulillah, we have to stop for our session for now. So I'd like to take this opportunity juga to thank you juga to all the audience yang datang hari ini, sama juga dengan Majlis Belia Brunei untuk menganjurkan forum ini and give us opportunity to talk and the panelists also to talk about their perspective and opinions juga regarding reflection dorang punya struggle juga. Memang setiap manusia ni kita ni ada struggle sendiri kan, hanya Allah saja yang tahu apa yang kita ni lalui. Ada kaya besar kali dan mental. Tapi insyaAllah this is one, I'm not really sure the full quote. This is one thing that always keep me in mind, that Allah akan menguji seseorang itu kalau ia tahu orang itu boleh buat. I don't know to Ustazah apa yang dulu saya tahu. So I'm not really quite sure lah. So Alhamdulillah we learn a lot about refresh ni. So refresh ni from all the what the panelists said is that kita ni refresh niat kita ni dalam membuat sesuatu juga. Dan kalau boleh fikir dulu bila akan membuat sesuatu itu. Macam Allah bagi kita ni pikiran untuk kita ni fikir, bukan untuk kita ni berfikirkan. So insyaAllah kalau with all the advices, all the things that have shared by the panelists atau mudah-mudahan ia sampai para audience kita ni. Okay, so dengan itu I would like to close this forum dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So Alhamdulillah. So for those who wants to look at this video of the forum again, it will be on kami punya Suara Kitani punya YouTube channel. InsyaAllah will be posted. And to those yang masa ni melihat live through Suara Kitani punya IG and Syababul Iman, if I'm not mistaken. Syababul Iman punya IG ada kan live IG here. So thank you for joining us and thank you for joining the forum here. Alright. So with that we end this forum. Thank you juga to all the panelists and thank you to Majlis Belia Brunei for helping us out to conduct this forum. Alright. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.